We continue to get reaction on the decision taken by the ANC in Gauteng to discipline Bandile Masuku and Khusela Diko. I'm joined now by the DA's Jack Bloom. He is the Gauteng Shadow MEC for Health. Mr. Bloom, very good morning to you. Thank you so much for your time. What is your immediate reaction to this matter?
Well, look, I think it's really a decision for the Premier to take. One should separate party and state. But having said that, I really think it's a good thing for our democracy that the ANC is taking this action against one of its members. But it's really for the Premier to dismiss him and rule out his reinstatement, which the Premier hasn't done that because, obviously we should wait for the final SIU report where there's directly implicated in corruption. But on a matter of political performance, clearly former MEC failed. He failed to stop the corruption. He failed to exercise the necessary oversight. The ANC's own Integrity Commission has found that, and so has the SIU report. Now, he's actually contesting that, but, I think the evidence is very plain. He was in charge, and it still happened. So, I don't think he should have a political future ahead. What the ANC itself wants to do with him is there for their own internal mechanism.
You've kept a close eye on the health department and speaking and being very vocal about rooting out corruption in the health sector. As we consider those aspects regarding the role of MEC Bandile Masuku, what do you see to be some of the biggest challenges in this department?
Well, clearly the corruption networks are still there, and these corruption networks date back many, many years. Only yesterday we finally had the arrests of 4 senior officials for just one contract. There's many other suspect contracts as well, but at least there's some consequences. One contract, 1.2 billion rand, a health information system contract dating back 2007, 13 years ago. Now, Bandile Masuku was brought in specifically to fix up this department. It's not just, people stealing money. I think there's a deep-seated moral corruption there. That's how the life has said in any disaster happen. And I really think we've got to get rid of cadre deployment. That's the problem all along. You've got to put the right people in the right jobs. They must have the skills and they must have the ethics. And that's what we've been missing in this department for many, many years. And we can't have situations where it takes 13 years for a corruption case to get to court. We've got corruption cases now with the PPE. I mean, I hope something happens there a lot more speedily.
And what sort of ethics and perhaps character should now fill the shoes of MEC Masuku, especially looking at the gaps that need to be filled in the health sector? I know that there are currently 28 senior management posts that still need to be filled rather urgently.
Yes, there's all these acting posts, and we have the head of department posts, which I think needs to be filled. The Premier is responsible for that, and he clearly made a bad choice previously with Professor Lukele, who's been forced to resign. So, look, what I'd like to see in the new MEC is someone of proven competence. He didn't necessarily be a medical doctor, just someone who knows enough to rely on expert knowledge, but also to make the decisions that we need. They're political decisions to be made. That's why you have a political head. But above all, the new MEC should be completely honest. And if he or she sees corruption, please investigate it. Don't cover it up. I think what's happened is that we've had too much cover up for far too long.
Very well. Thank you so much for your time. Let's leave it there for now. The DA's Jack Bloom speaking there on the impact of corruption, the Gauteng Shadow Health MEC.